Welcome back to another episode of the Senior Health Podcast, where we are discussing another topic that is of major importance when you are over 60 years old. To make sure you, as a listener, gets the best information that is out there, I am sitting here with Dr. Howard Tucker. It's great to have you back. Today, we're tackling a topic that affects nearly every senior I talk to: sleep. Or more accurately, the lack of it. Absolutely. And not just tossing and turning. I'm talking full-on exhaustion, the kind that slowly chips away at your health, your focus, and your mood, right? And what makes it harder is most people assume it's just part of aging. That's the myth. That poor sleep is normal after 60, but it's not. It's a warning sign. So today, we're going to expose 7 of the most common sleep mistakes that seniors make and what to do instead. Because sleep isn't just comfort, it's survival. Exactly. These aren't just sleep tips. They're life-saving adjustments based on 7 decades of medical experience. Let's jump in. What's the first deadly sleep mistake? The first mistake is eating the wrong foods at the wrong time. Most seniors I treat think their sleep problem starts at bedtime, but in reality it starts at dinner or even earlier. When you eat heavy meals late, your body has to prioritize digestion, not rest. And if that food is loaded with sugar, fried fats, or hidden additives, you've now turned your evening into a metabolic roller coaster. Your blood sugar spikes, then it crashes. Your cortisol rises, your melatonin drops, and instead of drifting off to sleep, your body's stuck in alert mode, digesting, processing, inflaming. It's not just about being full, it's about being inflamed. When your gut is irritated, your brain knows it. That's why people who eat late often complain about racing thoughts, vivid dreams, night sweats, or waking up in the middle of the night without knowing why. I had one patient, 74 years old, who was waking up every night at 2 a.m. He tried melatonin, white noise, even sleep medication. Nothing worked. We changed one thing. He moved dinner to 6 p.m. and swapped his dessert for a small bowl of oats and walnuts. Within 5 days, he was sleeping through the night. And this is common. Your dinner sets the tone for your sleep. A big plate of pasta with red wine at 8 p.m. might feel comforting, but you'll pay for it at 3 a.m. So, here's my prescription. Eat dinner by 6 or 6:30 p.m. Keep it balanced. Some lean protein, steamed vegetables, a small serving of healthy fat, and skip the sugar. If you need something sweet, try half a banana with almond butter or a small chamomile tea with a teaspoon of honey. You don't need to starve at night. You just need to stop disrupting your body's rhythm. Light, clean, early, that's the rule. That's a game changer. And it's so simple. Just shifting the timing and content of your evening meal. I think a lot of people assume sleep hygiene means gadgets or supplements, but you're showing it starts with basic lifestyle timing. Dinner, sugar, digestion, it all connects. And I love what you said about rhythm because the body thrives on patterns, not surprises. If we disrupt that rhythm every night, how can we expect sleep to show up on time? All right, let's keep this momentum going. What's the second sleep mistake seniors need to be aware of? Mistake number 2 on my list is taking the wrong kind of nap. Now, this one surprises people because naps can be good, but the wrong kind of nap that can wreck your entire sleep cycle. Here's what I mean. And if you nap too long or too late in the day, your body starts slipping into deeper sleep phases that confuses your circadian rhythm. So when bedtime rolls around, your body thinks it's already slept and resists falling asleep again. The ideal nap, especially for people over 60, is short and strategic. I'm talking 20 to 30 minutes, ideally before 300 p.m., just enough to recharge the brain without derailing the night. Anything longer than that, and you risk entering REM sleep. That's the stage where your brain files memories, clears stress, and restores emotional balance. And if you steal that in the afternoon, there's less incentive for your brain to give it to you at night. I had a patient, 81 years old, hook me, who swore he needed a 2-hour nap every day, but he was sleeping terribly at night. Once we cut his nap to 25 minutes and moved it to after lunch, his nighttime sleep quality doubled. Bottom line, naps should be like espresso shots, not full meals. Quick, restorative, and early in the day. That makes so much sense. I think a lot of seniors see naps as harmless, even helpful, without realizing they could be stealing quality sleep from the night ahead. It's like snacking before dinner and wondering why you're not hungry later. All right, let's keep going. What's the third sleep mistake you see again and again? It's using screens too close to bedtime. This is one of the most widespread sleep disruptors I see, and most people don't even realize it's a problem. Phones, tablets, televisions, they all emit blue light. And blue light tells your brain one thing: it's daytime. Your body has an internal clock called the circadian rhythm. That clock depends on light to know what time it is. When the sun sets, your brain naturally begins releasing melatonin, your sleep hormone. But if you're staring at a screen, especially up close, your brain thinks the sun is still out. It delays melatonin, which delays sleep, which shortens recovery. It's not just about falling asleep later. It's about sleeping lighter. Blue light can actually reduce deep sleep stages, even if you do manage to fall asleep. That's why people wake up tired even after 8 hours. The quality was poor. Now, combine that light exposure with the content itself: news headlines, social media, violent shows, even just fast-paced editing, and the brain starts producing cortisol instead of calming down. You go to bed physically still, but mentally wired. I had a patient who watched mystery shows every night until 11:30. He thought it helped him relax, but he was waking up at 3 a.m. every morning. We shifted his routine. Screens off at 9, replaced with soft jazz, chamomile tea, and a few minutes of journaling. Within 10 days, he was sleeping through the night for the first time in years. Here's my recommendation: create a 60-minute tech-free zone before bed. No screens, no stimulation. Use that hour to send a clear signal. It's time to slow down, light a candle, dim the lights, do some light stretching or breathing. Let your body lead your brain into sleep. And if you absolutely need to use your phone or tablet, use night mode. Turn down the brightness and avoid anything emotional or intense. Protect your peace. That's the pathway to deep rest. That one hits home. We've normalized screens in every part of life, even the most sensitive parts like bedtime. And it's easy to forget that the brain isn't just a machine you turn off. It needs help winding down. I love what you said about protecting your peace. Sleep isn't just a function, it's a transition. All right. What's the fourth mistake that might be stealing rest from seniors? Many seniors are ignoring temperature and light in the bedroom. The environment you sleep in is just as important as your bedtime routine. And two things matter most: temperature and light. Let's start with temperature. As you fall asleep, your core body temperature needs to drop slightly. That drop triggers your brain to release melatonin and enter deeper sleep stages. But if your bedroom is too warm, or if your blankets trap heat, your body can't make that drop and you stay restless. The ideal sleep temperature for most people is between 60 and 67 degrees F. And for seniors who often have thinner skin or poor circulation, that coolness might feel uncomfortable at first. But it's essential. You can always wear socks or use a lightweight blanket to strike the right balance. Then there's light. Even a little bit of light from a digital clock, a street lamp through the window, or a bathroom nightlight can reduce melatonin. Your eyelids aren't blackout curtains. Light leaks in and tells your brain, wake up. I always recommend blackout curtains, covering LED lights, and turning off hallway nights if they're not absolutely necessary. If you need light for safety, use motion-activated amber lights. Amber doesn't suppress melatonin like blue or white light does. I had a 68-year-old patient who couldn't stay asleep past 4 a.m. Turned out it was the motion-activated porch light flashing through her bedroom window when squirrels triggered it. She covered the window with blackout drapes, and her sleep extended by 2 hours that very night. We often think sleep is internal, but your room is your cocoon. If it's not dark and cool, your brain stays on alert. Fix the environment, and the body will follow. That's so interesting because people will buy melatonin or sleep aids before they'll check the thermostat or turn off a hallway light. But what you're saying is the most powerful sleep pill might just be a cool, dark room. And the story about the porch light, that's such a clear reminder of how sensitive the body really is, especially as we age. All right, let's keep going. What's the fifth mistake that could be silently ruining someone's sleep? It is not managing stress before bed. This might be the most invisible but also the most powerful sleep disruptor of them all. Unprocessed stress. A lot of seniors carry the weight of the day into the night. Worries about health, family, finances, loneliness, regret. The brain doesn't just shut off when the lights go out, it eyes. It amplifies what hasn't been released. And when stress lingers, the body doesn't produce melatonin. It produces cortisol. That's the hormone of alertness, tension, and survival. It's the last thing you want circulating in your bloodstream at 1000 p.m. The problem is, we often wait until our head hits the pillow before we start thinking about what we didn't do, what we forgot, or what we're afraid of. And by then, it's too late. I had a patient 75 years old who said she couldn't turn her brain off at night. We added a 5-minute wind-down ritual, gentle stretching, a short prayer, and a gratitude journal where she wrote down just 3 good things from the day. Within a week, she was falling asleep 45 minutes earlier and staying asleep longer. Your nervous system is like a child. It needs signals, not pressure. So, create a pattern. Read something peaceful. Light a candle. Write your thoughts down and leave them on the page. Breathe deeply, slowly. Let the body know we're safe. We're done for today. It's okay to rest. Now, another great insight. I think most of us underestimate just how loud our internal dialogue becomes at night. No distractions, no tasks, just our thoughts. And if we haven't dealt with them, they start dealing with us. And I love what you said. The nervous system responds to signals, not pressure. That shift from trying to force sleep to allowing it, that's powerful. So, what's next? We have 2 more on your list, right? Correct. After this one, I have 1 more. I saved the most important one for the end, but let's first discuss mistake number 6. I see people relying on alcohol or sleep aids as a crutch. This is a tough one because it's so common. A glass of wine to wind down, a pill to knock out. But both come at a cost. Let's start with alcohol. It might help you fall asleep faster, but it almost always disrupts the second half of your night. That's when your liver starts breaking it down, releasing chemicals that jolt the brain and interfere with REM sleep. So, even if you sleep through the night, you wake up feeling groggy, dehydrated, and emotionally flat. That's not real rest. That's sedation followed by stress. Sleep medications are even trickier. In emergencies or short-term use, they have their place, but long-term reliance, that changes brain chemistry. It trains your body to need a pill to sleep, and over time, your natural sleep cycles weaken. I had a patient who took sleeping pills every night for 5 years. When she tried to stop, her insomnia got worse. Why? Because her brain no longer knew how to self-regulate. We had to retrain it slowly using breathing, movement, light exposure, and nutrition. It took time, but she got there. And now she sleeps better without the pills than she ever did with them. The goal of sleep is not unconsciousness. It's restoration. Alcohol and pills might shut your eyes, but they don't give you the healing that true sleep brings. So if you're using something to sleep every night, ask yourself, is this helping me recover or just knocking me out? That question can change your future. That distinction is so important between sedation and restoration. Just because your eyes are closed doesn't mean your body's healing. And I think a lot of people have never experienced what real, nourishing sleep feels like. So they assume their current state is normal. But as you've shown, it's not too late to retrain the body. Even after years of dependency, the system can recover. That's hopeful. All right, let's wrap this up strong. What's the 7th and final sleep mistake seniors should avoid at all costs? Do not get afraid. But it is believing poor sleep is just a part of getting older. This is the most dangerous mistake of all because it leads to silence, to resignation, to giving up. Too many seniors have been told that's just how it is at your age. So they stop asking questions, they stop looking for answers, and they start accepting exhaustion, fog, and frustration as the new normal. But let me be clear. Poor sleep is not a requirement of aging. It's a signal a message. And like any message from the body, it deserves a response, not a shrug. I've treated patients in their 70s, 80s, even 90s who came to me believing their sleep was broken beyond repair. And I've seen those same people with the right habits, sleeping soundly again, dreaming again, waking up clear-headed again. We don't age out of the need for sleep. If anything, we need it more to recover, to think clearly, to connect emotionally, to protect our immune system. When we dismiss poor sleep as just getting old, we miss a chance to improve quality of life, prevent disease, and extend independence. The truth, sleep isn't lost with age. It's lost with inattention, and it can be rebuilt. One night, one habit, one signal at a time. That's the perfect way to end because it's not just about sleep. It's about hope, about reclaiming something many seniors thought was gone for good. And I think what you've shared today is more than just advice. It's a blueprint. It's a reminder that the body still listens. We just have to send the right messages. Thank you once again for your time, your wisdom, and your decades of dedication. What is your last takeaway for the listener? Sleep is not a luxury. It's your body's nightly repair shop. Don't close it down.